A huge Bitcoin warning signal is flashing right now, as well as the Bitcoin funding rates are sky high right now, meaning majority of the Bitcoin traders are right now in long positions. Now, even though we are getting this fact, yes, Bitcoin is still in an exponential uptrend and we have formed this bullish pennant which is expected to break out anytime soon. So what is going on with the Bitcoin markets right now in the imminent short term? We are also awaiting the SEC to make a decision on the two spot Bitcoin ETFs by this week. We have just closed a very bullish weekly candle and more things we need to discuss in this update video. So without any further ado, let's as always first of all have a look in towards the imminent short term. And actually what we can be seeing in the imminent short term is a multitude of factors. Literally at the one side we are creating some very bearish signals, and at the other side, well, we are creating a lot of momentum towards the upside, and we are creating continuation patterns that are indicating us that we could be seeing some more upside being created. So yeah, like we can be seeing on this chart as well, we are creating this bearish divergence on the RSI indicator, and all of the previous times we have pretty much been creating these bearish divergences, all of the time we have seen a pretty significant correction back towards the downside. And this daily divergence has been appearing for a couple of days already, but just like the negative funding rates, which we have also already been seeing for a couple of days. But pretty much the reason why I have not really shown these bearish signals right here is because the momentum is just so strong towards the upside. But right now we can be seeing that momentum is kind of diverging back towards the downside. We can be seeing that for the last couple of days we have been trading kind of flat, and that is of course because we have right now been forming a new consolidation pattern. Now, because of this consolidation pattern, we actually have to make that decision if we are going to be continuing our momentum, or potentially if we are going to be breaking this one towards the downside and play out these bearish signals. Alright, previously around at this moment right here, and maybe even at this moment right here, I have been saying, alright, be careful, just ride this trend towards the upside. Ride the trend towards the upside until we are going to be getting signals that potentially we are going to be reversing it towards the downside. And right now, while I do think still it is going to be more likely that we are going to be breaking this one out towards the upside, well, it needs to be addressed that the fact is that potentially we could as well break this one out towards the downside. So I am personally just going to be watching this symmetrical triangle, either going to be breaking out towards the downside or towards the upside, and I am willing to be trading it in either direction. Literally a break towards the upside is just going to be meaning that we are going to be getting that last exponential push towards the upside, but a break towards the downside would mean a break of structure of our exponential rally, and also this signal playing out. And another thing to keep in mind is that the market is right now hugely being news driven. Of course, this huge rally towards the upside mainly consists of the ETF news being so bullish right now, and we do know that the SEC needs to make a decision on two spot Bitcoin ETFs by this week pretty much, because there are two first deadlines coming up for Hashdex and also for Franklin on the 17th of November. So in 4 days the SEC will need to make its decision, so do be aware of this fact. And also because of the longer term charts are all looking still pretty much bullish for Bitcoin, well, we still do have that very good chance that we are just going to be breaking out towards the upside and that we are going to be invalidating our bearish signals. Just keep that in mind, be aware of that fact, because our weekly candle close has been very bullish. We have been closing above our major level of resistance, so right now this 36.5k to about the 36k level is going to be acting as major support. Previous resistance is right now turning towards support. looking very good for Bitcoin. Just like the stock market, which is right now bouncing off towards the upside, we have been having a look in towards this support level right here, and I have been drawing this green arrow. Now we are perfectly bouncing from off this support level, and you can be seeing that we are breaking some kind of a downtrending resistance level. The trend for the stock market is as well shifting towards the upside once again, and of course we do know the stock market and the Bitcoin market is quite correlated. So if the stock market were to be bouncing off towards the upside right here and continue its bounce back towards the upside, well, of course that would be also very good for the Bitcoin market. Just like all of these longer term very bullish developments, of course we have been breaking out, and that is why our larger momentum is of course towards the upside for Bitcoin. Still, our EMA ribbons are right now crossing bullish on the 2-week time frame. A lot of liquidity is once again being added in towards crypto. Tether is being printed exponentially, which is once again a very good signal, and the Bitcoin RSI on the weekly time frame is breaking above that 70 level, which is going to be our exponential area. Of course, on the daily time frame, it is getting very exhausted. We are very overextended, and we are creating our bearish divergences. But on the weekly time frame, this is actually a very good signal. We are basically just entering our exponential area. So with that kept in mind, yes, for both scenarios we could make a case, and that is why I just wanted to address this fact right here. Yes, we could also break down right here right now. That is a very good potential scenario I want to keep in mind. So I just wanted to share with you guys this fact. Now if we are going to be breaking down, have a look in towards previous resistance right now turning in towards support, and if we are going to be breaking out towards the upside, just have a look in towards our next level of weekly resistance, which in my case, in my personal opinion, is going to be that 42k level, 41.3k level, around this area right here. And guys, with that being said, make sure to be following me on Twitter to stay up to date about every single market development, and I'll see you in another update video tomorrow morning.